Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. And today what we're doing is taking a look at some Amazon goodies that I actually ordered over the weekend. So you've probably already seen the video that I posted about the Comica microphone kit. What I also received were some Arca Swiss plates, mounting plates basically. And the reason I purchased these was after buying the gimbal, the DJI gimbal that I got recently, the RCS2. What I found was obviously everything was mismatched in terms of my tripod as well as the gimbal base plates. So what I did was I ordered all of the sort of ones that I could find. So I have three different ones. So I have an Andoer one. I believe this is the Neewer one, and then I also have, this is just a generic sort of Utebit, so Utebit or something like that. But yeah, we'll take a look at each and I'll give you my opinion on all three in terms of which one's my favorite. So first we'll take a look at the Utebit or Utebit or however it's pronounced. This is pretty much the sort of generic sort of standard ones that you see. So it has a little wind knob on the side just there. What I do like is when they include the spirit levels just to enable you, just in case whatever device you're mounting these onto, whether it be a tripod, a gimbal, whatever, you get an extra sense of stabilization really. So not stabilization but levelness. So if you want to just get everything level, and in particular if you're using this on a smaller tripod where it's not quite level, it gives you that extra functionality. So first thing about this particular one that I don't like that much is the fact that it doesn't have any sort of quick release. So yeah, you can drop it on like that and then wind it in, but you're having to wind it each time. So there is no sort of button quick release with this particular method. Now the adapter itself seems nice and solid. It's all made out of metal. The sort of knob that you wind in to actually tighten it, the rubber on there seems nice and firm, so that should be fine even if you're using it outdoors, possibly in kind of rainy conditions. It's just I'm not a fan of these twist style locks because there is no sort of safety mechanism with it, where with all the other ones you have to push a button to actually release it, whereas with this one, once you've actually tightened the screw underneath, so it has a little screw there, and obviously once you've tightened that onto your device, it'll clear whatever. Okay, so with this one, the sort of two U shapes that you have just there, that's basically your safety mechanism. So it won't allow it to slide out. So this one has to go in from the side. So you have to actually slot it in from the side and then tighten down. So this is slightly different to the ones I use, where you can literally just slide it straight out of the end. So that's the first one. So the Neewer one, Neewer is a company that generally I've tried a few of their products and I'm generally quite happy with their kind of their build quality as well as the pricing on their products. This pretty much exactly the same. The only difference with this one is it's a bit more spring loaded, so you do have a little bit of a spring. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that just inside there. Similarly, again, you do have some spirit levels just there. And what we'll do is I'll put links for all of these as well as pricing for all of these. Links will obviously be down below. Pricing will be on screen whenever I'm showing each particular product. So this is the purpose of buying these two. I didn't actually need the base plate itself. I've already got a few of those. But the purpose of these is so that I can throw them onto all my various different tripods and I can switch my A7S3 between the three. This particular one does come with a little sort of pamphlet printout that you get from Neewer, customer support basically. So yeah, that's fine. And the last one is the Andoer one. And all of these, as I said, they're not that expensive. These were purchased purely to do a job, just to make it easier for me to work between the gimbal, the tripod and other tripods that I actually have. So this is more to what I was actually hoping for. So this actually has the sort of button on the side just there. So you push that part up and then it allows it to twist out. And as you can see from, if I do it this way, you'll be able to see how much that actually opens up, and that is essentially your movement. Right, so this is the base plate that actually comes with the gimbal, the DJI gimbal. And what I'll do is I'll just show you how I have to use it with each one. So with this particular type, Obviously it needs one of these base plates, really, the ones that don't allow you to slide, so that won't fall out, but it can only go in sideways. So you have to unwind it and you have to drop it in sideways in order for it to actually work. Similar thing with this one. So with the newer one, you have to unwind it. Now this one does seem to allow you to slide it, obviously because the base plates on the gimbal don't actually have that same sort of stud on each side to actually lock it in. So with this, whenever I'm using this, I have to actually slide it in and then twist to lock. It is nice and secure, and I very much doubt it would go anywhere. But just to be on the safe side, what I could obviously do is switch out the base plate on the gimbal and use these ones instead, because it's the same size essentially. So that one's fine. It's not brilliant, but it's not terrible either. But this is the one where I'm probably going to end up using the Andoer one. So this is probably my favorite at the moment, simply because you can set it, so you can close it and then tighten it down to where you need it, and then all you have to do is you have that quick release. You pull that little tab just there, you pull that down, you unhook it, and then you can take it off. There's no winding needed. So that's locked. Once you push it in, because of that little tab there, you can't actually just unhook it, so it won't fall off. So this is probably the favorite one out of the three. The other ones, obviously they're made for a slightly different purpose, but what I'm going to be using it for, this is probably going onto my tripod. This will be the base plate that I use with the camera, just to give it a bit more clearance, because they do actually provide two in the kit. One's your normal sort of standard shallow base plate, and this is the raised one, because I do use quite big lenses. The Sigma lenses do tend to be quite wide, and because of that, obviously the bigger lens, base plate, if I set this and I sort of balance everything with this, it saves me having to rebalance things later down the line. So that's probably the preferred choice at the moment. As I said, I'll put prices on screen. I can't remember exactly. All of this was less than about £45, I think, for all three. And with this one, obviously, you do also get a base plate with it as well. So you do have that functionality where if you did have other devices that you wanted to use with the same tripod, maybe a phone, smartphone, something like that, you could throw them onto the same thing as well. But yeah, out of these three, they all work. The Andoer one is probably my preferred choice. So anyone out there that's looking for a particular Arca Swiss type mount for your tripod or any other device, this is probably the one that I would actually recommend that you go out and get. Anyway, that's it for this video, just a short unboxing and quick look. If you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to the channel and also hit the bell icon, that way you're notified whenever I upload a new video. I'd really appreciate if you also gave this video a thumbs up, and other than that, thanks very much for watching.